Meyer Lansky is one of the most enigmatic and brilliant figures in the history of American organized crime. Known as the mob's accountant, Lansky wasn't a trigger-happy gangster or a flashy mafia don. He was the brains behind the operation, a quiet, calculating strategist who turned crime into a business empire. While names like Al Capone and Lucky Luciano often dominate headlines and history books, Lansky's influence ran deeper, more quietly, and arguably more powerfully than most of his contemporaries. From Polish immigrant to powerbroker. Born Meyer Lansky in 1902 in Grodno, then part of the Russian Empire, now Belarus, Lansky immigrated to the United States with his family at the age of 9, settling in New York City's Lower East Side. It was there, in the crowded, impoverished immigrant neighborhoods, that Lansky forged a lifelong friendship with Charles Lucky Luciano and Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, relationships that would define organized crime in the 20th century. Lansky quickly earned a reputation for being a mathematical prodigy with a calm demeanor and a talent for numbers. While his peers resorted to brute force, Lansky applied logic, calculation, and business acumen. He stayed behind the scenes, rarely appearing in public or drawing law enforcement attention the way others did, building the National Crime Syndicate. In the 1930s, Lansky played a key role in creating the National Crime Syndicate, a loosely organized alliance of Jewish and Italian mobsters across the country. This was revolutionary. Until then, organized crime had been fragmented, territorial, and often violent among different ethnic groups. Lansky believed that crime, like any business, should be rational, organized, and cooperative. With Luciano, he helped establish the Commission, a governing body for the American Mafia that operated like a corporate boardroom. Disputes were handled diplomatically, profits were shared, and violence was minimized to preserve operations. The mob's accountant. Lansky's genius was in financial engineering. He laundered money through offshore accounts, Swiss banks, and legitimate businesses, long before such methods became commonplace. His skills helped the mob transition from street-level crime to international operations. He was heavily involved in illegal gambling, both in the United States and in Cuba. Havana became a playground for the American Mafia in the 1940s and 1950s, with Lansky pulling the strings behind many of its luxurious casinos and hotels, often in collaboration with the corrupt regime of Fulgencio Batista. Lansky also had influence in Las Vegas during its early days. Though he preferred to let others take the spotlight, his organizational skills and financial expertise laid the groundwork for the city's transformation into a gambling mecca. War, patriotism, and Operation Underworld. Surprisingly, Lansky played a role in World War II. In 1942, the U.S. government partnered with Lansky and Luciano in what came to be known as Operation Underworld. The Navy, worried about Axis sabotage at American ports, secretly enlisted mob assistance to secure New York's docks and prevent any disruptions to the war effort. Lansky brokered this deal, proving that even criminals could become assets of national importance. A legacy of power and mystery. Despite decades of investigations, indictments, and FBI surveillance, Lansky was never convicted of serious crimes. He remained untouchable, a testament to his careful planning and ability to stay one step ahead of the law. In the 1970s, Lansky attempted to retire in Israel, claiming the law of return, which grants citizenship to Jews. However, Israeli authorities eventually expelled him, fearing international pressure. He returned to Miami, where he lived a quiet life until his death in 1983. Though estimates of his wealth have varied wildly, with rumors claiming hundreds of millions, very little money was ever found. Lansky's financial web was so complex and dispersed that the full extent of his empire may never be known. Meyer Lansky didn't need guns, notoriety, or flashy headlines. He was the strategist, the financier, the quiet force behind the rise of modern organized crime in America. His legacy is one of intellect, discipline, and cold calculation. A reminder that the most dangerous men aren't always the ones holding the guns, but the ones doing the accounting.